Hello everybody, Mr. Hollywood here with Jack Phelan Jeep Dodge Chrysler Ram, bringing you the 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4. And this is a standard 4x4, right? Standard limited. There is no added features, no added packages. It's just the way it comes in standard when you select the limited option. You will see that you have the 7 bars on the front fascia, which signifies 7 continents of the world in which the Jeep is renowned for its off-road capabilities. You will see the beautiful 18-inch wheels with dual tone. They got a nice little gray here and a little bit lighter on the front, a little bit silverish, which makes it look a little pretty sleek. You see the chrome finishes all over throughout the vehicle. That's for the limited. You also have keyless entry and keyless go. Keyless entry, by the way, is when you can open a door by having the key on you and putting your hand through the door handle right there. To lock it, all you gotta do is press that little button and you are good. Your little key is housed in here because you will see the key slot for it. You're like, where's the key? It's housed in there. It's for emergencies only, as well as for your glove box to lock it when you're doing a valet key. You can only hand this part and keep your keys on you. Additionally, you'll see that the fuel cap, which is open with a button in these, and I gotta show you that. The button's right here underneath the lights. It is capless, right? So all you have to do is just plug and play, as they say. Just no more messing around with the little cap, right? Trunk, you see the sensors in the back. Those are sonar. They emit little energy in there. I don't know exactly the technology, but they emit sonars to see how far something is, and they give you audible notifications in the vehicle. Nice big trunk, which we'll go into right now too. You have your camera centered and square, so it's easier to see with the lines. When we will go inside, I will show you that. Your limited logo, your chrome trims, your 4x4, and this is a standard what they call little wing in the back here. When we open this up, and you can open it from the key because it is a power. You also have the button to close it and open it right here. I mean, you wouldn't hit the open button from the outside, but this is nice because on many SUVs it comes up here, and that makes it harder to reach for those that are vertically challenged. Nice big space with a 40-60 split in the trunk for the seats that fold down. You will see they are reclined because you can recline the back seat. It makes it nice and neat. You do have 2 storages in the sides, which will nicely hold bottles if you want to hang the little plastic bags over those hooks there. Your full spare tire in the trunk with tailgating bins where you can put in ice and some pop or something as you're going along. You also have your tie down, so you can tie your stuff down so it doesn't flop around the trunk. And that's pretty much it for the trunk. It's very nice and roomy, very big. We'll go into the back seat now and show you the roominess there, and then we'll go into the front of the vehicle and sit inside the cabin. All right, so for the back seat, you actually have a nice little handle right here to help you get into the vehicle when you're in different terrains or something and you want to grab onto something solid. You see a lot of room. I have a lot of headroom. I have a lot of room for my legs as well, and I will not adjust that seat and sit in the front, so you can see how that translates. I'll move to the other side so you can see some more. Nice leather interior, which is standard in these on the limited trim. You see how I'm sitting now straight up like this? That might not be comfortable. In many seats you can't change that in the car or an SUV, but in this one you have the little lever on the side, so you can actually lean back and enjoy a little more comfortable of a ride for your passengers. Of course, USB plugs for entertaining your children or your passengers, whoever's in the back, with a full wall plug in here. That is 115 volts of 150 watts AC power. And of course, little nets for storing, whether it's an iPad, a tablet, or whatever you want to put in there. Anthracite black headliner. You also have your hooks for your laundry and a standard sunroof. It's just a single pane, not the dual pane panoramic one. We're gonna get into the front driver's seat now and show you the features of the interior. As I showed you, I actually didn't move the seat at all. I can move it further back and then make it uncomfortable for the passengers in the back. But I'm 6 feet tall and I'm fitting well in here. Let's start off with the steering wheel. You do have a stereoscopic movement option, so you can put it up, down, back and forth, however you prefer. And actually, these are quite a bit of a movement. It actually makes it easier. You'll also notice that you have a nice 8.4-inch touchscreen with navigation on board in this one. If you plug in your phone, you have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and all of those features. Of course, as always, all your menu options are at the bottom line where you can control those. That's your Sirius and your media, which includes AM, FM, and different sources like Bluetooth and USB, or even auxiliary cable, which is housed a little bit below there. I'll show you in a second. Climate, which is dualized over here. You do have 2 temperature zones, so you can have hot on one side, cold on the other, or vice versa. This will save a lot of fights for those of you folks that are married and you know that women and men like to have different temperatures. You also have controls here too. for heated seats and heated steering wheel, but you also have controls in here which do the same function. You have backup camera right here, so you can view it even while parked. You don't have to actually set it in reverse. Your applications, which are very, very different features that you can put in here. You can customize these and use the travel link, Wi-Fi hotspot in the car, stuff like that. But these are actually, the only one that's stationary and can't move is the middle one. All the other applications you can just hold and drag like on a regular phone and move them around to your preference. And you can drag these out of here and move them down onto that board. So it's up to you where everything is. You can organize it yourself through this little function, and I think that's really cool. Navigation is a very hot button issue. A lot of people wonder how to use it. Very simple. When you hit nav, you have your where to, your view map, your home, your work. You can just hit where to and go, and it gives you all the different options for those. And you can set different addresses in here too if you want. You can change, you can edit where to's, you can pick trails to find trails if you want. It's really cool. For phone, all you have to do to set your phone is turn your Bluetooth on your phone and hit yes on here and follow the on-screen instructions. It's literally 2 steps. It's super easy. You will appreciate it. All your settings for lights, doors, units, voice, clock, cameras, everything are right here, are housed within the settings button. That is really, really cool. You can customize the vehicle to your own preferences and likings. You also notice that you have some modes on the bottom right beneath there. These modes are, this is your traction control, which you can toggle on or off, your sport mode, and your eco mode. You can turn your eco on and off, but the moment you hit sport, your eco will automatically be off. Obviously, you can't be economical and sporty at the same time. Your automatic start-stop function, this will turn off the vehicle at longer lights if you're stopped for more than, say, 3 seconds. It will not do it when the temperature is extreme, meaning over 90 degrees or below 32 degrees. Or usually it's around that temperature. That's technically what it's set to, but it depends on the feeling too of the temperature. So you can turn it on and off if you don't like it in other temperatures. Your parking sensors, if you don't like the beeping noise, you can toggle them on or off too. It will let you know that you've turned them off. You have 2 USB plugs, an aux plug, and a little bit of storage here with a regular power plug. It's not a wall plug, it's a car plug in here though. You can hide this away if you don't want to. 2 cup holders, your gear shifter, as well as your off-road controls. Now, for the majority of the drives, you're going to use the automatic function. The sand, rock, snow, and mud are for extreme situations and off-road. You also have your hill descent and 4-wheel drive low button on here. The Grand Cherokee is a full-time 4x4, but it's automatic 4x4. It will not engage it will not be like 4 wheels spinning at the same time the entire time, but it will manage itself actively, and it is constant 4x4. It's not the locked 4x4 though, if you know what I'm saying. If you have any questions about that, put them in the comments. It's a really cool system where you don't you're never in 2-wheel drive. If we open this up though, you have some storage here too. There's a top shelf and a bottom shelf, and the bottom spot is rather big. There's another plug-in, another vehicle plug-in with a light in there. You'll see 12 volts DC. You also have a top loader shelf for something smaller with anti-crimpers for cables, and those are nice. And you also have the anti-crimper for cable right there. So it's kind of like dual layer for that. Nice big glove box, nice wooden trims on the panels. And this glove box opens up, and there's a shelf for your book. There's also the spot for your storage. It's kind of cool because it's like having a little organizer in there. And you have a key lock in here that you can use to lock this glove box in with the key as I shown earlier. You also have cup holders on the sides, and you have memory, full power. So it's power seats on both passenger and driver, including lumbar support. So I can move these up and down and left and right and back and forth and lean them back, and I can set memory for the driver. There is no memory for the passenger. There is 2 options, so for you and a partner, or for you and somebody you share the vehicle with. A leather wrapped steering wheel, buttons on control for the media on the back, and a 7-inch display in the center that you can customize to your liking, and it will display information about your vehicle, such as your fuel levels, your oil levels, your tire pressure sensors, and everything that is housed in here. Your lights are on the left hand side, and your controls for your turn signals and controls for your wipers are also here, and for the rear wipers as well. And you could spray them from here and turn them on and off from here as well. If you guys have any questions about this vehicle, please do let me know. My name is Mr. Hollywood. You can give us a call at 708-215-5603, 708-215-5603. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And that's it. See you guys next time.